How are you all, my beautiful brain detoxers? I just want to come live and share with you all how my day has been. Yeah, I haven't been able to record yesterday or the day before yesterday for my day 7 and day 8, and I haven't completed my day 9. I have been busy with work, but as I am working, what I do now is I listen Dr. Carolina Leaf, her how to do the brain detox from her YouTube videos, and I have been sharing with you all the notes that I've been taking. And then the reason I am inspired actually to do that and to share with the group is I have noticed there are some people that are saying it's actually, it's too much to learn, or it takes too much time, since Dr. Carolina Leaf teaches us actually we are capable of actually doing more than one task. Because of that, I wanted to challenge myself while I am working. I am working an office work, so which allowed me to actually sit down and listen. I understand there is some shift, a thought shift that goes on, because I have to, I work with numbers as well. But to help me, to get focus whenever she says something that hits me, I had a notepad beside me, and I drew out my mind map first, and from there I was, whenever she says something that hits hits me, all of her information, of course, it gets my attention. But because I was working, whenever that strong information that came in and catch my attention, and I wrote that down. And today I shared yesterday I shared just a mind map of she called it Metagog. I use the term mind mapping, which is the same thing. And yesterday I just shared my the mind map note. But today, what I did is just to share with the group, I just dumped out all that after taking the note from the on the mind map, and that when we using that mind map, it help us actually remember more. So what I did is, after just taking that note from the mind map, and then later on I just took out from whatever that was in my mind, and I just dump it on another notepad, and I shared it with the group. Now the whole point for me to do that is really I want us to be inspiring one another, because when we take notes, it helps us remember the information more, and also we have something we can go back to and recall. So today actually I'm gonna go, when I get home, I'm gonna go ahead and complete my day 9 detoxing, which is my and I'm working on this just to remember everyone, I am working on fearful thoughts this time, and it is getting much better, because I'm able to actually forgive for those people that came to be the cause or the reason that I felt they are the reason or the cause for my feeling of fear. I'm able to release them and forgive them, and I ask God to help me to forgive myself, to forgive them as well. And the funny thing is, actually, some of these people they're not even in my current life. But from learning today, on her teaching today, according to quantum physics, there is no time and space. And because of that, whenever I think about, or we think about, the hurt that had happened way long time ago, we are allowing, if we don't forgive, we are allowing actually to feel that and to impact our life as if it is happening right now. So because of that, we have to remember to forgive and let go. And it was very eye-opening for me. So today, throughout my day, what I have been doing, of course, since now I'm on day 8, I'm well aware of my thoughts, and I am able to observe my thoughts. And whenever I feel that the thoughts are negative, I ask, the Holy Spirit, please help me to let go of this, to forgive of this. And also at the same time, I rethink it. I rethink whatever the thought comes, and I'm able to actually release it and forgive. And it's just, I'm comfortable in constantly having a conversation with myself, which is, it is what we need to be. Now I'm still, I don't have that, positive thoughts going on in my head automatically, which that should be able to come in the future, because that is what we are working on. And it was so amazing to learn that we are wired to be positive, and we are wired to be for love, and God made us for that. And the percentage which she was saying is that from 1 to 5% is the only percentage that we have to actually affect our mind and ourselves with the negativities and toxicness. So which give us a lot of room for us to stay positive, to be loving, to be at peace with ourselves and with all of, with everyone in the world. And what I have learned for me is that really what I have to work on is myself, because what I witness is that as soon as I learn and I discover about this, as far as that we are actually, God lives in us, and we are in charge of our life through the way we think, through our thought. I learned it around June, and when I came across it, it blew my mind, because I was living a life where I didn't know any of this information. And Dr. Carolina Leaf was actually the person who freed me from my own mental prison, because I didn't know any of this, and I was going around not achieving much in my life, even though I had the desire. I tried, but I wasn't accomplishing much. So because of that, it was last year I did the Lent fasting. I think it's 55 days fasting, and I haven't fasted in a long time, and I fast that time last year. And during that time, I was getting up early in the morning every day and praying. And while I was doing that, and then reading the Bible, and I recognized something. And what I recognize is that I was reading from the New Testament, and I recognized that all these people, they were writing about one event, which is about Jesus Christ, but they all were describing it in a different way. And so what I came to realize is that, wait a minute, these people are experiencing these life, and instead of just speaking about Jesus Christ. So anyhow, and then that's when I discovered Dr. Carolina Leaf. And another book that just blew my mind was The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, and and then some other people. And I am from Ethiopia, So, and I ask God to really guide me to a formation that is true with God, and I wanted to be led with information that was being God, came in from God. At this time of the world, there is a lot of information. So there is people who don't believe in God, and I couldn't understand that, or I couldn't believe that actually there are people who didn't believe in God. So, and when I prayed that prayer and God revealed to me Dr. Caroline Leaf, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, and some other people, I was so grateful. And from that moment on, I realized that I was in charge of my own life. I wasn't going to blame my husband. I wasn't going to blame my siblings. I wasn't going to blame my past. None of that. Of course, that's not an easy journey. And I apologize, you guys. I'm driving from work to home, and I'm not going to be able to have time. So I just wanted to share. And so being able to have this information, to me, like I had Dr. Caroline leave her videos at home and from YouTube, and I was watching on the big screen in the house, and I was just blown away by the information. And I shared with my mom, and I'm so grateful for my mother because she's open-minded, and she was able to allow me, she was able to listen to me. And then I shared with my younger sister. It was just amazing. And I wasn't able to share with everybody because I thought everybody was going to look at me like crazy. But today, I am not afraid to share with anyone who is willing to listen, because it is so important. It is so important. And I'm so grateful for this community because the level I am right now, I'm not confused about all this information. I understand science is not separated from God. Science is like Dr. Caroline Leaf, and she is the perfect person God can bring me because she was the one who was able to really help me accept this information, because The Power of Your Subconscious Mind is another book, which is Dr. Joseph Murphy, and then Neville Goddard is also another person who communicate this information, but they were speaking from the quantum physics point of view, even though that was not their field. They were just experiencing it, and they were also using the Bible to explain how it works. But I still did not made it clear for me or acceptable for me until Dr. Caroline Leaf information. So I am super, super, super grateful and so happy to be able to have, for me to have this access. It is freedom. It is freedom, and I know I am guided to this information is because I have prayed. I have prayed for God to use me for its own purpose, and for me to be able to share the information, whatever it is that I learn. So I'm happy that I am in this journey of life, learning and sharing with you all and with anyone who is interested to learn, because this is freedom. This is freedom. And I apologize, I'm recording a long video, but I just want to share with you all. If you are in this journey and you are new, you are not alone, and just keep going and studying the materials. And this is our brain, and no one can share our struggle but our own self. So we need to help ourselves to get out of this struggles, if there is any, and free ourselves. When we are freeing ourselves, we will be able to help other people be free. And sometimes you don't even know that we are actually in prison of our own mental. But until we came to this information and we understand that, then we are in prison of our own mental. So, and we want to use this information to free ourselves. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking, and I love you all. Thank you very much for all your informations, and have a beautiful evening and night. Bye bye.